Hey, Money Mike here. Quick question. Do you earn more than you used to but somehow feel less free? That is not just in your head. It is a money trap hiding inside your own paycheck. Today we pull it apart and find the way out. Let's get into it. Roll down the window on a brand new car and take a slow breath in. That famous new car smell. Most people breathe it in and think it smells like arriving, like success. It is a smell they engineer on purpose and spray into the vents, because it makes your brain lower its guard and reach for the pen. I want you to smell it for what it really is. That is the scent of your future freedom, quietly evaporating. Because there is not really a car sitting in that showroom. There is a slow leak in your net worth, wearing a fresh coat of paint. And that $700 a month payment, that is not the honest price of getting to work. It is camouflage. It hides something the dealer will never say out loud. The quiet, systematic erosion of everything you are building. You walked in to buy transportation. You walked out having signed away pieces of your future mornings, one payment at a time. A financed car is not a purchase. It is a trade. And the currency you handed over was your own future freedom. Today, I want to show you the real deal you signed, in the only currency that actually matters. And then, I want to show you how to quietly buy that freedom back. Start with what a monthly payment actually is. Your brain files a car payment under normal. Everybody has one. It feels like rent for the privilege of driving. So you stop questioning it. It becomes background noise, a number you barely feel leave your account each month. You would flinch at handing someone $40,000 in cash, but slice it into little monthly pieces, and it stops feeling like real money at all. But a payment is not just a cost, it is an anchor, and that anchor is chained to something very specific. It is chained to your future labor, to all the hours you have not even worked yet. When you sign that loan, you are making a promise. You will show up and work for years to feed this one thing. That is the whole trick of financing. It makes an enormous number feel small by spreading it thin across years you have not lived yet. You did not finance a car. You financed an obligation to your own future self. And your future self, the one who has to pay it, never once got a vote. Now let me put the real price on that upgrade. Say you want the nicer version, not the basic model, the one a couple trims up, the one that smells like success. The difference is maybe $300 a month, just $300 you tell yourself, barely a rounding error. But stretch that number across the whole life of the loan, 6 years of payments. That little upgrade quietly costs you over $20,000. And that is before interest. Borrow that money instead of saving it, and the finance charges pile even more on top of the pile. Now stop counting in dollars. Dollars hide the real cost. Count in the only thing you can never earn more of, your time. Say your work leaves you $30 an hour after taxes. That is what 1 hour of your life actually converts into. At that rate, the upgrade does not cost $20,000. It costs you around 700 hours of your life. 700 hours. That is roughly 4 straight months of waking up, commuting and working, spent entirely on a nicer badge. 4 months of your one and only life, traded so a stranger at a red light might assume you are doing well. That is the exchange rate nobody prints on the window sticker. Dollars on one side, whole seasons of your life on the other. And here is the quiet horror of it. You will make that trade without ever once feeling those 4 months leave. And here is the part that should really sting. Almost everything else you borrow money for at least tries to grow. A house, a degree, a business you build. You go into debt, but the thing on the other side has a real chance of being worth more later. A car does the exact opposite. It is engineered to lose. The second you drive it off the lot, it starts dying and it never stops. Drive it home, and it is already worth thousands less than what you still owe. You are underwater before the seats are even warm. The dealer knew this the second you shook hands. That is why the nicest cars carry the biggest discounts, hiding just 1 year down the road. So look hard at the deal you actually made. You borrowed money, and you are paying interest on it every month. You are paying that interest to own something guaranteed to be worth less every single morning you wake up. A house can climb in value. A skill quietly compounds. This just fades a little bit more every time you turn the key. You traded years of your future labor, which is priceless, for a lump of metal quietly rusting its way towards zero. That is not an asset. It is a slow-motion loss with heated seats and a very nice sound system. But the money is not even the real trap. The illusion is. You believe you are a free person. You believe you own your days, your choices, your Monday mornings. You do not while that payment is due. The loan quietly wrote a rule into your life, and you never read the fine print. The rule is brutally simple. You must keep this job or one just like it until this thing is paid off. No exceptions. You hate your boss and want to walk out. You cannot really leave. The payment is due in 11 days. You want to take a risk, start the thing, chase the better life. The payment quietly answers, no, not this month. Freedom you cannot actually use is not freedom. It is just a story you tell yourself on the long drive back to work. The car did not just take your money, it took your options. It voted silently for the safe and stuck version of your life. You think you are driving it. Most days it is driving you right back to the desk you were trying to escape. And the nicer the car, the tighter the leash. A bigger payment simply means fewer mornings that ever truly belong to you. That is the real matrix of it. You feel free, right up until the moment you try to actually use that freedom. And it almost never stops at the car. Once you are sitting in something that nice, the rest of your life suddenly starts to look a little shabby. The old phone, the worn couch, the cheap watch on your wrist, none of it matches the person who drives this car. Psychologists have a name for this: the Diderot effect. One shiny upgrade quietly drags a whole chain of upgrades in behind it. The nicer neighborhood to park it in, the wardrobe to match, the vacations worthy of the new photos, it all comes rushing in. So the payments multiply, and the more stretched and busy you get, the less time you have to even notice it happening. That is the cruelest twist of all. The people with the least time to spare are exactly who this trap hunts first. Because when you are exhausted and time-starved, a shiny reward feels earned. It feels like the very least you deserve. So you work a little harder to afford the reward you bought to survive working so hard, and the loop quietly closes around you. And the trap is always happy to sell you that feeling, on credit, with a payment that starts early next month. So how do you buy your freedom back? You start by changing the question. Stop asking, can I afford the monthly payment? Almost anyone can be talked into a monthly payment. That is exactly the question the dealer wants living in your head. Start asking a better one. How many mornings of my life does this cost me? And is it honestly worth them? The dealer sells you a number per month. Your job is to translate every number back into hours, and then decide if the hours are worth it. Then buy the boring car. Buy it used. Buy it in cash if you possibly can. Let it be a tool, not a trophy. A reliable car that owes you nothing is not a downgrade. It is a raise you quietly handed yourself, paid out in freedom. Now take that payment you never signed up for and point it somewhere that actually grows, or straight at your own runway. Even a few $100s a month, invested instead of financed, quietly turns into tens of thousands of dollars of real freedom over time. Every month, that money is now widening the gap between what you earn and what your life demands. That gap is your freedom. Because the goal was never the badge on the hood. The goal was a life where you get to choose your own mornings. True wealth is not the car in the driveway. It is owning your calendar. It is Tuesday belonging to you and to no one else. So here is the whole idea one more time. A financed car is rarely just transportation. It is a trade, and the price is your future time. It hands a stranger a good impression today, and it hands your future self a bill written in the hours of your one life. The new car smell fades in about a month. The payment and everything it quietly costs you hangs around for years. So before you ever sign, do the honest math, not just in dollars, in mornings, in freedom, in the years of your one short life. If this changed how you see that shiny upgrade, subscribe. We fix the way you think about money, one trap at a time. I am Money Mike. I will see you in the next one.